All right, back with more rocks to cut today. So here we have a handful of little agate nodules. This being the biggest of the bunch. This one's got some banding showing. It's weathered really bad. So I'll probably just cut him right down the middle here. Cut him in half. See what that pattern looks like on the inside. The rest of these, just some solid nodules with not a lot showing, so we don't know what's going to be in these. Maybe we'll get a couple good ones. So let's get these to the saw. Let's get them cut. See what's inside. Be right back. All right, back from the saw. Let's see how we did on these rocks. As usual, we'll start with the ones that are mostly quartz crystals. Had a few of them. The quartz in this one's clean at least. It's nice looking. It might look nice, face polish or tumbled. Next up, got another one that was mostly quartz but had some banding around the outside edge. And again, the quartz is pretty clean. Do have a geo pocket in this one a little. You can see the quartz crystals in there. Just a little on that end. So very nice. Again, that would look nice polished. Alright, this one had a little bit of banding on the outside edge, but was mostly quartz. But again, clean quartz. Would definitely look nice polished or tumbled. Alright, next up. This one's about 50-50. So part of it's banded, part of it's quartz. Now this quartz, it's got a floater in it. And the banding on the end is really cool. It's got the parallax effect in it, the shadow banding. So that would definitely look nice polished, face polished. Very good, like that one a lot. All right, next up, mostly banded, but a quartz center. So, all right, so this is just from the saw blade. That'll all clean off. I don't see any fractures. This is just where the stone popped. So I can clean that up. Again, this would look really nice polished. Okay, start getting into some of the bigger ones. Now this one I believe was mostly agate, but had some fractures. Because it does have a quartz center on that side, but mostly gone here. It does have some healed fractures. And if they're not fractures, they're those white lines that kind of look like fractures. But they're definitely healed. So again, this would look good polished. This side would really look nice polished. They don't really look like fractures inside the stone. The white lines make them look like fractures, but it's just almost where something happened when the agate was formed that caused these features. So again, yeah, that'll look nice polished. All right. Next up, this is a kind of a translucent looking nodule. And definitely has some fractures in this one. But the banding was really nice. It's a nice color, almost a lavender. And then it has those little white snowflakes or orbs or whatever you want to call them, floating around like the galaxy. So that'll look nice tumbled. Before we throw that in the tumbler. Okay, next up. Oh, I had high hopes for this one. Love the color of the husk on it. And it had a little bit of banding showing. And if you look down here, it had some weird little tubes or like moss filaments growing up into the stone. But unfortunately, there was a fracture in this one. You can see it running all the way through the stone. and this thinner side kind of popped on that fracture. So this side, you can see the hollow geode, and it goes pretty deep. If it didn't have a fracture, I would definitely take another cut off of this to showcase that geode a little better. Still might, but if I do, I know these are going to come apart like this one did. You can see that crack is pretty deep, and you can see these that weird feature in there. It's pretty neat though. So these will look pretty cool tumbled. So I'll throw these in the tumbler, and then probably base polish this, or I might take another cut so I can see the geode pocket a little better, and throw these pieces in the tumbler as well, because you know they're going to break. But it would have had some really nice banding and colors in it. All right. Okay, next up, a smaller nodule. Again, nice color on the husk, and very nice center. It does have a little bit of quartz, but it runs really odd, like a long, narrow strip of it. And that's a cool feature. It's got the different colors of banding on the outside of that, and then different colors, and then back to the other color. Super cool. So this one will definitely look nice face polished. Okay, next up, got another one small like that with good color on the husk. Let's see. All right, so these marks are from the saw blade. I don't see any fractures. It is a perfect pattern. Just a tiny little quartz center, but I love the bands on this. That's super neat. And then this side, not quite as nice as the other side, but it's really cool looking still. So since this is so small, I'll probably just face polish it. Very cool. Okay, next up. This one was just a little bit bigger than that last one. Had a kind of an odd shape. I decided I wanted to cut it down this middle. Let's see if I picked a good cut. Oh, wow. That is some super tight banding. Look at the parallax in that. Very cool. Huh. All right. I don't know if that's big enough. I might take, let me see. Nah, probably not. Probably just face polish it. He's still a little small. But since there's no fractures, if I decided to do a cabochon off of this, I got plenty of room to take a slab off of each side. I don't know, maybe I will. That might make a really neat freeform flame-shaped cabochon. Both sides look like flames. All right, I like that one. That one came out really good. Very nice. Okay, next up I got the large agate nodule that had the face on either side and on the bottom, showing some banding. Decided I'm just going to cut it down the middle and see how it comes out. All right, the weathering on this one goes in pretty deep around the edges, especially on this top part, creating a really cool effect. And then those bands in the center are really neat looking. Cool. That came out really nice. I don't see any really bad fractures. I see a couple fractures here and there, but not bad. They're probably healed. but I'm thinking a face polish on these. That make a really nice specimen. That is super cool looking. Definitely a face polish. Nice. All right, last stone. All right, so we have a nice looking nodule. It didn't have really any windows on it. Cut it long ways, and it came out super nice. Really cool banding. A little bit of quartz down here on that end. Then it's got some really wicked, I'm guessing these are due to different flow channels in the stone. You got a neat scalped edge on this. Looks pretty cool on the bottom. I don't see any major, well, I guess there is a fracture right there, and I can see it on the surface just barely. But the fact that I can see it on the edge into the surface tells me that that's pretty deep fracture. I don't really see it on this side, so maybe I could get a slab off of this side if I wanted to cab that. So I might take another cut off of this side. This one I'm going to leave alone. I'm just going to face polish it. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you on the next video. Bye.